And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you...
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 20. And up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Set! Green 39!
On first and 10, Romo. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Set! 3-19!
Right back to him on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
On second down, here's Romo. Caught on the right side by Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
From the red zone now, Romo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big time.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are back within a score.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second down, here's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Go. Hey, check 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On first down, Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
Reset. Hey, easy.
Now it's Jamal Charles in the game. He gets the call here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Let's go, come on.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now the Packers get set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Romo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. To throw on second down is Romo. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun on third down, Romo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And all the way down to the 39. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Rodgers now on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, They really created great space for the runner to get in.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Out of the gun, Romo, and Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The final shot before the break. Romo. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a handoff looking right.
Whoosh.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet,
there you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On second down now, Green. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores.
All right, here we go.
That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustration, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. And when we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Again, it's Charles. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there from 4 yards out. And the Lions just continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to... Go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
Here's Romo now on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to throw, Romo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13 and also the first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now Romo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll run it now out of the gun. Still going. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Tyler Davison breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now it's Romo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A shotgun snap for Romo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. To throw is Romo. Caught right side, Tate. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, Romo. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Avoids him at the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2, 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it's going to be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. Alshon Jeffrey, he had a touchdown reception to help the cause.
Now let's go!
First down throw, Romo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 5 yards. Touchdown, Romo. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LOD load the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bet. I got the demon on flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the mat. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the pocket they scamming, they know what bank said. I got the working the captain, they know what tank said. I got the that live in the mint, they know what said. I got the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. I'm Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life, and then the ape man. I live with birds from that. Sounds like I see it in that. Hey, I'm on your this, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I live with birds from that. Sounds like I see it in that. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked a towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give up my dues. Never got to talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of abusing this deer. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I don't usually get near. Oh, I ex her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama turn it
exhibition.
Sweet like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up, I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda, y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get no different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all I talk a lot, but y'all ain't. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. I need a pad of water. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my. Wallace parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Stafford on first down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. third down. Johnson. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. He's got daylight. The 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And now running right through it. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now you've turned it over, and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Throwing deep for Gott. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw on second down, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Johnson. Twisting away. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Right back to him on first down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Set, 250.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Glover Quinn there on the stop. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 37 yards. And the Lions are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now here come the Ravens. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. On second down, here's Jackson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Detroit! Gone!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Chris Moore was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second down, Collins. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Well, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for it.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 6 yards away. And the Ravens are in for 6. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
21. Set. 280.
They snap it to Stafford. They'll find Galloway. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, it's Stafford. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit, as his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Back now at Ford Field. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Jackson on second down. And it's caught. And he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Set. Waiting.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Set. Blue 60. Hey, tag 50 left.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. To the right, incomplete to Galladay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Set, lady. 22.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set, lady. Go, set. Hey, 22.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Stafford now to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Stafford. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Ooh, with a juke. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
Proper, no propaganda. Tropicana gold yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big, like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, I had cornrows. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some talk. Attitude on some. Bankroll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe, and if I ain't did it yet, I'll try.
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like us after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to yeah, those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you gotta better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tail tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
Franchise. Exhibition. Exhibition. Franchise. Franchise. Exhibition.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
21.
To throw on second down is Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Lady! Hey, go here!
From the 50, it's Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Hey, 22! Set, lady! Double right! Double!
Stafford on first down. He finds his man Johnson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
That's to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is third and goal.
Set, lady!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Well, going for it on fourth has worked twice on this drive already. Now it gets more interesting here on fourth and goal.
Set, red 80!
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now it's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. On the ground, this is Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Stafford here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Jumps that off to Penny, his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson leaves it for Penny. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw is Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Wilson to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Give me radar. White.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Stafford on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Stafford looks to throw again. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. Extra point good by Prater. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. That's fielded in the end zone. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Zebra.
Now Wilson on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Forced out to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off.